For months now, we've seen a rise in angry, hate-filled political protests, which of course came to a head during the Kavanaugh confirmation battle. It's become such a prominent issue that is right up there as the first line of the president's message for the midterms.
This November, vote for jobs, not mobs.
Jobs, not mobs. And so it was just a matter of time before the president's opponents in the media started to push back on his argument. And sure enough, we saw that this morning on the Sunday shows with NBC's Chuck Todd and CNN's Jake Tapper making the same point in an uncannily similar way.
This is Nancy Pelosi in Miami facing a mob and Mitch McConnell in Kentucky facing a mob.
Look at this piece of Pelosi right here. Communist. You don't belong here, communist. Get the out of here. Why did you leave the entire country?
Dead Smith.
We've had a couple of mob scenes where leaders of the Democrats and of the Republicans were both publicly harassed. We have angry people left and right. This isn't made up. It's ugly. It's bad. And I think leaders of both parties need to accept that.
Looks like they both got the same memo from anti-Trump HQ. You can see what Chuck and Jake are trying to do. They want to look neutral. This anger, these hate-filled mobs, it's not just the Democrats. Look, Republicans do it too. It's both sides. Wow, would you believe it? Chuck and Jake are going with President Trump's Charlottesville defense. There's blame on both sides. Well, no, actually. As I said at the time, it wasn't both sides then, and it's not both sides now. Chuck, how many times have you seen a Republican member of Congress inciting harassment like this?
If you see anybody from that cabinet in a restaurant, in a department store, at a gasoline station, you get out and you create a crowd. And you push back on them. And you tell them they're not welcome anymore, anywhere.
Jake, where's the Republican senator calling for behavior like this?
Please don't just come here today and then go home. Go to the Hill today. Get up and please get up in the face of some Congress people.
And can either of you imagine Paul Ryan talking about people, fellow Americans, like this?
We have to have total clarity about what we do when it comes to everything. A woman's right to choose, whether it's about immigration, whether it's about gun safety, whether it's about climate. We didn't even talk about climate. And if there's some collateral damage for some others who do not share our view, well, so be it.
Collateral damage, my God. Never mind a lack of civility. That is the language of civil war from Pelosi. So no, Chuck, and no, Jake, it is not both sides. It is the left that's driving the hate and intolerance and violence and rage. And they have been ever since 2016, when the American people had the temerity to vote for real change and reject the failed elitist establishment that you and your friends in the elitist media seem to love so much, even though for decades this same establishment, with its pompous norms and corrupt civility, ruined the lives of millions of working Americans. This rage and hate and intolerance on the left, it is all part of the moral collapse of the Democratic Party. They once stood for working people, but now they're for uncontrolled immigration that hurts the working class most. They used to be against big money in politics, but now they hoover it up from the likes of Tom Steyer and George Soros. They say they're for women, but make excuses for their own abusers, whether it's Keith Ellison in Minnesota or Bill Clinton in the Oval Office, as we saw yet again from Hillary this week. And then perhaps the most humiliating moral collapse of all, Elizabeth Warren, who once made a compelling and substantive case against crony capitalism, now blundering into a risible mess of her own making as she abandons populism for vapid and divisive identity politics, knowing that's the only way to make it as a Democrat today. What a pathetic spectacle. It's now time for the sincere and decent left, populists like Bernie Sanders and Tim Ryan and Ro Khanna and Tulsi Gabbard, who may have some wrong ideas but at least actually care about the lives of working Americans, to get the hell out of a Democratic Party that is literally demoralized. Tell me what you think of that at Steve Hilton X and at NextRev FNC.